world just started to shut down. And I immediately, I have two default settings in myself. One is I must have a full calendar of appointments all the time. And there are just two numbers in your business that are most important. And you should get out a pen and you should write these down and memorize what I'm about to say to you, because we forget all the time. When you're out there in business, there are two numbers that matter, and they're the only ones that matter. And it's not generating leads, just so you know. I'll give you a heads up on that. Number one is sales. You must have enough sales. And number two is you must have appointments. You must meet with people in appointments, booked appointments that can lead to sales. Enough of all of this lead generation. I'll contextualize it and tell you where it fits. But what I see most people doing out there is focused on generating leads. And leads are people you don't know, and they haven't bought anything from you. Leads are not that useful to you until you warm them up. They are cold, and you must take a lot of action to warm them up. And then they're not going to buy from you until they go from warm to being hot. Hot, qualified prospects become clients. Okay. Cold people don't buy from you. They won't buy from you. Nobody buys in a state of being cold, unless it's like an impulse buy or whatever. But then they're hot for a moment, right? It was in that moment of being impulsive that they were really hot and they really wanted what you had. So if you can just set aside lead generation right now, I'm not saying don't do it. I'll tell you where it fits in all of this. But what you need to be focused on is booking appointments. And then when you book appointments with people, you will figure out whether there's an opportunity for you to sell something to them or you to buy something from them. That's it. It's pretty simple. Just focus on those two numbers, booking appointments and closing deals. So a year ago, my calendar started getting empty. And my default setting is keep my calendar full. I know these numbers, and I live it and I walk it. And I immediately started reaching out to everybody in my network. And I have quite a large network I've built up over the years of almost 20,000 business owners. And so I started getting on the phone, talking to people. What are you seeing in the marketplace? What are you doing? How are you feeling? Is there anything I can do for you? Can I help you? And through all those conversations, I started meeting people, and I started seeing how they could help people immediately in the marketplace. Back then, it was the politicians, the doctors. They were telling us what to do and guiding us. But I saw that entrepreneurs had a really big role to play in all of this, and I stepped up. I didn't sit back and wait. I actually stepped up and I started doing business with people. Now, my business at the time was producing large networking events. One of my events has attracted as many as 1,000 people. And actually, Tracy has been a speaker at that event. Many of you maybe have attended that event over the years. It disappeared a year ago, gone. And it's still gone. I still can't do those events. And I don't think they'll be back until 2024, to be honest. So my business disappeared overnight a year ago. I may be in a worse position than what some of you are in, where things have just changed in how you need to reach out to people. But my business literally disappeared overnight. And so there was a skill that I've developed over the past 20 years of connecting people, and people, they pay me on the side for making the connection for them. I call it joint ventures, or you can call it strategic partnerships or alliances or referrals, whatever it is you want to do. I don't get involved in the deal. I just make the connection for two people. And over the past 20 years, I have helped hundreds of people make millions of dollars doing these kinds of deals. But I did it on the side. It wasn't my business. And so my pivot was I went into that immediately. And last year, I want to tell you, from doing that, my profit was greater in 2020 than it was in 2019, even though my business disappeared a year ago. So the reason for me telling you all of this is that what I'm about to share with you today can work for you too, if it's not something that you're already doing, to create more streams of income in your business by doing what you're already doing, which is being out there and meeting people and connecting with people. And I'm open to answering any of the questions you might have about how you actually go about doing all of this. So so that's my introduction. That's my sad story. That's my happy story. I'm having a blast, and I've been helping a lot of people make a lot of money this past year. You know, somebody made $85,000 just from me. Another one, $70,000 just from me. Another one, $31,000 just from me. And other people have made less and less and less. In fact, Dale has made money because of me. And so let me go in. Let me just tell you what I'm seeing in the marketplace. I've had my finger on the pulse, and I'll tell you some of the stuff that I'm seeing that's just really kind of like cold traffic, going to suck a lot of your time up and energy and not really bring you much in the way of results. And then some of the stuff that's going to fast track you really fast to getting hot qualified prospects that are going to convert at a like 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100% rate. Sound good? Are you interested?
Great. Yes. Thumbs up.
Okay. Okay. Well, number one is, I would say that the number one thing that people need to learn how to do and do exceptionally well right now is what we're doing here right now, here in this meeting. And that is, you need to learn how to network, and you need to learn how to do it virtually. Now, habits don't die easily, I've noticed. And so when I started virtually networking, which I was doing right away out the gate, a year ago, when I was attending some of these events virtually, what I noticed is that people were still bringing the habits, that the things that weren't working for them when they were doing live networking, bringing it over here to the virtual platform. And so some of the things that don't work are pitching. Coming here and you do that 30-second or that 60-second thing or whatever, that doesn't work. And so if that doesn't work, you're probably wondering about what does work. And so I have a little system. You guys want to learn it?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, don't worry about what you say. Say it in like a sentence, what you do. Look, I bring you clients, they've got a check in their hand, they're ready to buy. Do I really need to tell you anything more about what I do in my business? No. So learn how to speak very concisely in a couple of sentences. Just tell people like top level stuff, who you are, what you do, and don't say things like titles, like I'm a financial advisor, because as soon as you say something like that, a wall comes down. People go, oh, I know lots of those, or I'm a real estate agent. A wall comes down. People have in their own, they've already got a perception about what that does and whether they need that. And it's so easy now. There's even more distractions than when we're actually live in person. Like at least when you're live in person, you can see if somebody's got their phone out and they're checking their text messages or their emails in front of you. They would never do that in a live event. But here, right, you can just slip it down. I'm doing it right now, and I've got my phone, like it's just right here, right? You guys wouldn't even know unless except I'm talking and I need to be present. So just know people are more easily distracted when you're on this kind of platform. So you need to speak clearly and concisely and to the point. And then it's enough said. And you want to tell people the problem that you solve so people can go, oh, me, yes, I know, or whatever. And it's enough. But what's most important is you want to listen and hear what other people are saying. So you need to be fully present when you show up. You can't be distracted doing other things, or you're going to half hear what people say. You want to listen to what people say. And then you want to come clear who it is you want to meet. Who is the type of person that you want to meet? Because maybe you want to meet real estate agents. Maybe they make great clients for you. Maybe you'd like to know more of them. So you just sit and you listen. And when you hear somebody who says they're a real estate agent, then you can privately in the chat, you can message them privately, or just unmute yourself and speak out loud and say, you know what, I think I could help you with what you're doing, and I'd like to jump on a call with you. Could we book an appointment? And that's it. Like there's no secret. There's no seduction. It's just flat out, look, I think I can help you. Can we jump on a call? And then when you get on a call, you have it on a Zoom so you can see people. It's a lot better than phone, and you do it outside the meeting. Now you can get into a real conversation and a real discussion about things. Ask each other questions, get to know each other, and find out what you want. So number one is attend as many virtual networking events as you can. Great workshops, fantastic place to go for virtual events because you're going to spend time with people and maybe be working on things together with them. You're going to have a lot in common. They usually like half a day, 1 day, 3 days, you know, or get into masterminds where you're going to be able to meet people ongoing. The other one, conferences. Conferences are great. They often have these sessions that are for networking that you can go in. And you want to make it really easy for people to book an appointment. You want to have, well, I have a Mobi card. I should go get my Mobi card. Well, I don't have it so handy, so I won't do it. But I have a Mobi card, which is virtual. Like I got a little assistant on there who talks to you when you click on it. That's my virtual business card. But have your calendar link. Make it really easy for people. And the time to plunk your information in the chat group is when it's your turn. When somebody else is talking, you start plunking stuff into the chat box. It's one, you're obviously not present to whoever's sharing. And number two is you're distracting everybody else who's there as well if they have the chat box open, because now they're going to start reading it and you're taking them off of being present to who's speaking. So number one, get out and network virtually as much as you possibly can. Those are a couple of tips that I can give you for how to do it really well. Be prepared, know who you want to meet, and have a calendar link where people can go and book the appointment immediately, or your LinkedIn link so you can stay connected and you can get to it immediately. I advise against putting your phone number and your email in the chat boxes. Why? Because what people do is they download that file, they save that information, and the next thing you know, they're spamming you. Now, permission-based marketing seems to have gone out the window, but it is illegal to put people on your newsletter list if you don't have permission from them first. And it's the worst way to make an impression with people. I'm unsubscribing all the time. I don't know where people are getting my email from, but I'm all kinds of stuff. People just take license for it. Don't be one of those kind of people. Be the kind of person who actually spends time booking an appointment, getting to know people, getting that connection. You know, no connection, no deal. Nothing's going to happen until you have a nice, warm, and into hot connection with somebody, and you need to spend time with them. So a little bit of organization will help you with that. So that's number one, and you're already doing it. You're here today. Those tips should up it and start booking appointments. Okay. A second great way, if you're looking for a one-to-many approach, is podcasting. And podcasting is where you get to have your own show, have your own guests. You do it on Zoom, there's other platforms you can use. You buy a mic for a couple $100, you start to have guests on, and you start creating content through all of that. Podcasting is going to be really hot this year. For anybody, if you have a podcast, ramp it up. And if you don't have a podcast, consider it, whether it would make sense for you. It's also a great way for you to connect with other thought leaders because you'll have them as guests on your show. If that seems a little overwhelming or not something that you want to invest the time to, because it is a lot of work to have your own podcast, if any of you have one, you know, then learn how to be a guest on podcasts. If you're a thought leader, you're a thinker, you've got some information to share, not sales pitches, but if you have good quality information that you can share with people, then get out there and start getting booked on podcasts and start speaking about it. One is it's on the internet forever and they have followers. And there's something like 1.3 billion people? That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Sorry. I think it's 1.3 million people are listening to podcasts every single week. Yeah, 1.3 billion is too much. 1.3 million people right now are listening to podcasts, and that's going up constantly. You know, people can listen to them in their cars. People can listen to them while they're doing something else in their office. I track with some people on podcasts. They're really great. You can listen to them anytime. And the way that you can sort of mirror with that is if you have an iPhone, you can go on to Clubhouse. That's again, like sort of like having your own podcast. You just have these live group chats and you can bring in some people that you can interview. So another thing that you could look at. But that's really hot this year. Really great way to get clients and a really great way to raise your profile and credibility and very cost effective. And then the third way that And I think this is probably the best way, particularly for any of you who have used live events, been in trade shows in the past. That was a way that you used to get clients, or you were door knocking. You know, we can't do any of these. It would be to have referral partners. And when you're getting into referral partnerships, it takes effort to have good partnerships. So you have to invest in the relationship. And the way I look at it is, what you want to do is you want to create, you would want to get up to like 10 referral partners, and then you invest in their lives, you invest in their well-being, you invest in helping them get what they want in life, you raise them up. If you're a coach, it works really well because you can help coach them and improve their life. And you start spending time with those people, and they start referring people to you, and you're referring people to them. So those are the three ways, those are the three best ways that I'm seeing right now for professionals to be getting clients fast. Open it up, any questions? Does anybody have any questions about any of these ways?
So Jennifer, I would have a question about the referral partner arrangement. When I've ever suggested that to people, usually I get the response of overwhelm, like, oh my gosh, that sounds like such a formal, do I have to get a lawyer? They get overwhelmed with the thought of, that sounds so official. And how do you make it sound the way it really truly is, which is, it can be a very casual relationship, that the way you put it. So how do you get people from overwhelmed to, you know, it's about finding someone that you don't mind referring, that you would refer, that you would, you know, like, how do you convince someone that that is the way to go? Because I think that's a really great way to go.
I just don't think we need to convince anybody on anything, to be honest. I think it's more like a courtship. It's more of a relationship building, and in the relationship as it develops, people want to help each other. So you need to find people that you want to build networking is making and building relationships. Let me give you an example of what doesn't work. So this morning, somebody contacted me and said, I'm looking for these 4 types of people. I took time out of my busy day and made email introductions. The response went back to one person and said, send me some information about you. I was livid. And I emailed and I said, don't ask me for connections when you're going to treat them like a lead. You need to jump on a call and meet with that person and get to know them before anything's going to happen. And so this is a lot of what we're seeing in this cold traffic jam, where people are not taking the time to build the relationship. So the overwhelm, I think, Tracy, is one, maybe people aren't highly skilled in this building of the relationships. And so you actually are, because if you have friends and family, you're already doing it. It's a very natural thing for people to do and be social and to build the relationships. But the key becomes, you need to find the right people. And I would say, to start, what you want to look for is, you want to look for somebody who has the same type of client that you have. And then you want to see, how do you fit in the process of their life? Because people buy all kinds of stuff, like they don't just buy accounting from Dwayne, right? They get accounting services, but then they have money and they buy things. They spend things, they invest. There's all these other people that have to come in. And so when you're in a relationship, you start hearing about the stories of what they want, what they desire. We call them hot buttons. You got to know what somebody wants, and you've got to want to help them achieve it. So that would be one thing, is you must spend time and build relationships with people, get to know them, get to know what they want. Like, not as soon as you start treating somebody like they are a need gratification machine, like they're an ATM, it's done. Nobody wants to be treated like an ATM. None of us like that. So treat people the way you want to be treated, and you can learn this. It's a skill. You can learn it. So that's one with the overwhelm. I think the other overwhelm that comes with people is like, well, what if they give me a referral and I can't reciprocate? Then I'm going to feel awful. I'm going to feel awful about myself that I couldn't reciprocate that. And I started this club, the 10% Referral Club, about a year ago. Dale's a member of it. And maybe some of you would like to become part of that as well. And how we overcome that is, how we're different than the other referral groups is, you don't have to give a referral back to somebody when they give a referral to you. You just give them some money, give them a finder's fee, then they're happy. Then you just take that awkwardness, that discomfort right away from it. And we're seeing people that are forming these partnerships together, referral partnerships in the club. And it's really nice because people just consistently give to other people. They don't care if that person ever reciprocates back. They don't have to. It works really, really well. So my 10% referral club eliminates that awkwardness and that overwhelm that people might feel. And the key is to, you just take it on and you become better at it, and you do it little steps for little feet. I've got formulas for it. I call it a hot traffic hub. You're creating a hot traffic hub of 25 to 50 people. And in that hub, you want to find alliances, people like that just rave about you. And you also want to put some referral partners that are in there. And then these people are going to bring you 80% of the revenue for your business. So wouldn't you be invested in wouldn't you want to spend some time helping them if they're bringing you 80% of your revenue each year from these people? Why are we spending time with these leads? These people we don't know, that we don't do anything with, trying to convince them that they should buy our stuff. No. Just let's go to people who already have the relationships with the people we want, and it's already hot. And then when they pass them over, it'll be warm and they'll heat up really fast and they'll close a lot faster. So in that hub, you get your alliances and you get your referral partners. You want to build that up over years to 25 to 50 people. Now you want to spend 80% of your marketing time and dollars with the 80% of the people, or the 20% of the people who bring in 80% of your revenue. It's a lot more fun. Did you guys have fun when you're with people that you know and like?
Of course.
Isn't this fun coming here because you know people? A whole lot more fun than going out on Facebook and I don't know what we're doing there. Trying to get these leads to buy what we want. Anyway, so that's how we've overcome it with the 10% referral club. It's really about relationship building, and then the familiarity becomes important too, by helping people in many ways, meeting with them regularly, knowing what they want. And when you really care about somebody, it's not overwhelm. It's nice. And as for legal agreements, how do you work this all out? It's just pretty simple. Just say, hey, Dale, if I send somebody to you and you make $100, would that be valuable? Would it? Okay, so would it be so valuable you'd be willing to pay me, a little bit of that, a finder's fee? Okay, how much do you think you might pay me for that? Right? She says 10%. I go, okay, let's do it. I got a lead for you. Not a lead, I got a hot prospect for you. Let me make an introduction.
I built one of my coaching businesses on coffee cards, because that was before I knew what a formal referral program like yours is, where you join and you become a member and you solidify a relationship. I just basically got a coffee card, a $25 coffee card, and said, Paul, thanks for your business. Thanks for, coffee's on me. And I remember running into people on the street, just walking up and down Port Credit, and people saying, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I need some coffee. And I knew that was time for a great, send me a lead and I'll send you some coffee. So sometimes it doesn't have to be money. It can be a show of appreciation. Appreciation gets you a long way as well. And appreciation could be presenting opportunities to the person, or saying, hey, why don't you come along with me to the next Toastmasters meeting, and just forming a friendship. That's another way of empowering people, because it's not always money that's going to do it. It can be done in so many different ways. And that's goes back to your own personal style and what makes you feel comfortable. If it's not easy, light, and fun, figure another way out to do it.
Yeah. Now, the reason why, here, I'll post that there right now. If you want to take a look at the 10% referral club, we meet on Mondays, and we got like 110 members right now. I think about 110. Very high caliber of people have joined this club. You can see the details there if you want to look into it, but we meet every Monday morning. We also have a private online club where people can meet and share on there as well. And there's a bit of training on how you get referral partners. It's all included with what we do. I would say that right now, though, to your point, Tracy, is that some people do need money. And what I'm suggesting here is that if your business disappeared like mine, you actually could create the replacement income from doing this with people, as I have. And, you know, so I'm always mindful that not everybody's business is okay right now. And, you know, if you can strike it up with some people that are thriving right now, whose businesses are doing really well, and you were able to bring them even more because it's a hot industry right now and yours isn't so hot, then why not get paid on that? And I've heard many people come to me, a lot of people that join the club are saying, you know, I refer people all the time. I've just never known how to ask people to pay me, and I've been leaving money on the table. And, you know, I certainly could use it right now. And my attitude is, you know, we can all take care of each other, and we need to take care of each other right now. We need to offer something to each other. If I'm going to eat tonight and you help me do that, then I want to make sure that you and your family are going to eat too. And when we take an approach like that with one another, of caring, being kind, being generous with people, and helping them thrive, or at least survive. Some people just, it's pure survival right now in this economy. We become better people ourselves for taking care of each other. And so, you know, the payoff on this is not just money, but we all need money. Now, if any of you have figured out how to get through this world without money, make a workshop. I'm signing up. You can charge me whatever you want, but I'm sure you wouldn't, because you don't need money. No, seriously, we all need money. We're all in this together.
Can I say something,
Yes.
Jennifer?
Yeah, sure.
So I joined the 10% referral club because someone invited me to it, but I looked at it a couple of times and I honestly thought it was out of my league. But what it has given me is the courage to do business with anybody. It's such a great group. It's like creating a tribe around you of like-minded people, and we're always learning. And it's so nice to, in the breakout rooms, everyone's always really nice. And Jennifer set us up with 4 questions to make it easy to get to know people. And it's just been a really, really great experience. So thank you, Jennifer.
Well, thank you for saying that, Dale. And I just want to let you know, Dale brought one of her friends, Lily, into our group. I had a meeting with Lily this morning, just a delightful person who's part of our club. And we were talking today about how I could make her $25 million. So, like, you know, and if I made somebody $25 million, I can make some good money on that too. So this stuff is not out of people's leagues. You already know lots of people. You're already out networking all the time. The problem is you're just focused on your stuff and what you're selling, and you're trying to get people to want that. And this is more of like an Amazon approach. You know, Amazon will sell me anything I want, anything I need. Amazon's going to sell it to me because I'm a type of person to them, and they have products that my type of person likes and buys. And that's kind of the approach to take it, is that you're working with a type of person who buys many things. And if you're a trusted advisor, resource, you're working with them anyway, and you hear that they need something else, then to recommend somebody that you trust and short circuit it and make their life easier, so they know that they're getting a good quality person to help them. And that's the premise behind what we're doing at the 10% Referral Club. So any other questions that people have about what I've thrown at you?
Somebody must have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Sol Copeland. Sol,
Yes,
we have to meet you. There you go.
I'm in the United States, Jennifer,
Yeah.
and I've been in sales all my life. So what you first said, the most important thing is the sale. In any case, I just wanted to know, do you specialize in any business, profession, or product?
Yeah, it's a type of person, and I work with ambitious and well-meaning business owners. So you must be ambitious and you must be well-meaning. So I don't work with people who aren't nice. I don't help people who aren't nice make money. So Saul, and by the way, we have members from the US who are in our club, as well as international. We have people from all over. But what is it that you do, Saul? In fact, would you be open to something? You guys want to see how this works, how we do it, how I do this?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
I'd like to, if you have a Zoom meeting, of course.
You want to
I
play it
would
out
like
Saul,
to
with me?
listen.
Okay.
Pardon me?
You want to play this out? We'll just show everybody how we start building this relationship.
Sure.
Well, I
great.
understand about it. I've been in sales all my life.
You do, but everybody else here might like to kind of look in on our conversation. Would you be okay with
Sure.
that?
Of course.
Okay, I'm just
Absolutely.
gonna, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, nothing tough or anything like that. And you're welcome to ask me any questions back. We only have a couple of minutes, so we gotta hurry. But we can jump on, if we don't get through all of this, we can jump on a call. So Saul, what is it that you do?
Right now,
Yeah, what do you sell?
right now, I sell nothing. Right now, I'm 88 years old.
Yeah,
I've retired from retiring. I retired from making money to mentoring students of financial need
okay.
about 15, 16 years ago. And
You help people learn about money? Is
fortunately,
that what you do? You help people learn about money?
oh, yes.
Do you
Oh,
charge
yes.
people for that?
That along with everything else. Pardon me?
Do you charge people to learn how to make money with you, or do you do it for free?
No, I do it for free.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that there's
Because
any way we could make
you-
money how would we
because-
make money together? How could we make money, Saul?
You might want to put me in touch with some people who could use the ideas that I found were successful in selling, and you can take a commission for it.
But
I'm
you
not
don't
even
sell it, you
interested.
do it for free.
Well, you would be selling me.
Oh, I have to put a price tag on it? I don't do that. I just connect you to people who want to buy, then you need to sell them. Would you be able to do that? Would you be able to put a price on it and then you can sell people if I introduce them to you?
Well, what I'd want to talk more about it in terms of what type of what type of price I should be looking at, what area. Listen, I'm a salesperson, and yes, I enjoy making money. Fortunately, I don't have to earn any more money for
But
the rest
because you
of my
have enough.
life.
Well, it sounds like you probably have some wisdom you could be sharing with people.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Let me just get this thing here. Okay, well,
You
why
can
don't we
get
jump,
my,
why don't we jump
you
on a
can-
call? Why don't we jump on a call? I'd love to talk to you more about it and find out how it works. So I'm posting my Mobi card right now in the chat box. If you would be so kind to just click on that, send me an
I
email, and we'll book an appointment.
I don't know how to do that. Okay,
Oh, if you go
but-
down to the bottom of the screen.
hold on a second. I have a phone. So
Oh, okay,
I do not have a computer. Okay,
you're on a phone, okay.
At
So if you
all.
have your phone, if you look along the bottom of the screen, just touch it with your finger lightly,
touch what?
the bottom of the screen that you're looking at.
Well, it says mute
Yeah,
video,
yeah.
something in green, share, contact, participants, and more.
Click on more. Just touch more with your finger.
Okay,
And then there, it should pop up something that says chat.
yes, I see that.
Click on
But-
chat, just touch chat.
Okay, can we talk on chat?
Well, when you open that up, you'll see that I posted a link for you, and then you just touch that link that says Jennifer Beale mobile. Jennifer Beale mobile. You just click on that, and then you send me an email and we can book an appointment.
There we go.
And thank you. That what's so great
Uh-huh.
about this, Saul, is you
But my
just
problem,
helped everybody see this is going to be a problem some people have out there about not being able to get your information. And so, yeah, so just help people. That's all we do. Just help people figure out how to do everything.
well, I understand, but I have to tell you, I have peripheral, I'm serious, I've senior tremor. And for me to type takes forever.
Okay,
Something.
well then let's ask Tracy to connect us. Tracy, would you be so kind as to connect us?
Absolutely.
Okay, do
I
an
can do
email
that.
introduction for us, and then Saul, would that make it easier?
No, Tracy has I do everything by voice.
Okay, well, we
Tracy
can
has my
we'll get on
my
Clubhouse.
cell Tracy has my cell phone number, and short texts I can do, obviously.
Okay, well, she's agreed to help us, so we're gonna let Tracy take it from here and make it easy for us, okay? And
Yes,
that's
Yes,
the other
and-
thing, you can
Perfect.
ask the host to help you out. They should be making you connections when you're going to networking events. They should be willing to help you out with all of this. Anyway, we're at 1 o'clock and it's been wonderful to hang out with you. We could talk forever about this stuff. It's so much fun. Oh, it's been so good to
Thank
see
you, thank you.
all.
Thank you, Jennifer,
having me.
for all that great information. Thanks for
Yeah.
staying on the call extra. It is, yeah, it's just after 1, so
I need to
this
go,
is
so
the
I'm gonna
formal
sign
end.
off. I look forward to seeing
Okay.
you all. I put my Mobi card there. If any of you want to jump on a call with me, please just click on that and we'll book a time to talk. And stay well, stay connected.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Stay strong
Thank
in
you.
all of this and help people.
right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Bye-bye. It's just after 1 o'clock. Great example of what I've been running into, which is having technical difficulties connecting with people. And remember before, can we take everybody off mute, Paul? So we can have a group talk, or how does that work?
Everybody can just take themselves off mute if they need to,
Oh, I see. Okay.
unless it's somebody
you
that
can-
can't, like Saul.
I think he's signed off, but I'm not sure. So if you want to be in on a group talk, because our meeting is over now and we're into this continuing the conversation, and I'm going to continue with what just happened.